What's up, everybody? Here we go with take three tonight on Timeout Overtime YouTube channel. I'm your host, Rick Arsenault, and before we get started, please do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. This is like take three or take four for me tonight because we've had some technical issues, and I don't know if it's because of the storm that rolled through here today or what, but hopefully we got this thing ironed out. We're going to try it again one more time tonight. Before we get started, as usual, I'd like to put in a couple of good words for a good man. Tim Lindley at Quality PC in downtown Hillsdale, 37 Waldron Street. It's about 100 yards west of Howell, right on the alley there on the north side of the street. He is the most tech savvy guy, not just in our city or county, but I think in all of southern Michigan. If you have any technical needs at all, if you're looking for a new computer, if you're looking for a used computer, if the computer you have needs some repair, take it in to see Tim, and he'll fix you right up. You just bought a big flat screen smart TV, you need it hooked up and programmed. Again, Tim is your guy. You might have changed internet providers. And as complicated as that is now, I know a while back I switched over to T-Mobile. I didn't. Tim had to come in and do all that for me. So set that up. He is the most knowledgeable tech guy in our area. If you're looking for a printer, he'll fix you up with that too. So please get in there and see him. You can give him a call at 517 610-5372, Quality PC, or better still, get in there and see him. And please, when you do, tell him Rick sent you. I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you. What am I going to start with tonight? It's a big game for the Red Wings. I think they may have already started. Atlanta over Maryland. It's a playoff game. You might as well consider it to be that. They're playing the Capitals, hot team. This Capital team doesn't look anything like the team that they beat 3 weeks ago here at Little Caesars Arena. They've been led by Alex Ovechkin, who has put this team on his shoulders. He scored like 8 games in the last 5 games. If the Wings lose tonight, they'll be 3 points back. And like I said, the Capitals will have a game in hand. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Let's hope Alex Lyon, who's in goal tonight, has a good game for them. Obviously, their biggest, most relevant game of the year is tonight. You win, you got a good shot at the playoffs. If they lose, I'm sorry, I don't see it happening, and that's too bad. Anyhow, moving to the Lions. NFL team meetings are going on right now in Orlando, Florida. Lion President Rod Wood kind of held court yesterday morning, talked for about 30 minutes. And obviously, the big topic of discussion was Cameron Sutton. Unbeknownst to us, until Rod Wood said yesterday, on March 20th, the day that the warrant was issued for his arrest, and the Lions found out about it, Cam Sutton was at the team facility in Allen Park working out with the trainers. Of course, immediately upon hearing this, the Lions advised him to seek counsel and surrender, give himself up. He obviously ignored that, immediately left the facility, and they haven't seen him since. Less than 24 hours after that, the Lions decided to cut ties with him, and I think they did the right thing. And again, that's sad. As of this recording, he's still on the lam yet. They don't know where he is. This can't have a good ending. And that's too bad. That's sad. So when you look at the 3 big free agent signings on defense that Brad Holmes made last year, none of them worked out very well. Cam Sutton, of course, we know how that turned out. And C.J. Gardner-Johnson, that guy turned out to be a clown who all he did was run his mouth. He's back in Philly now. Thank God they can have him back there. And, of course, Emmanuel Mosley, who was coming off a torn ACL, played 2 snaps and tore his other ACL. The Lions did re-sign him. I don't expect him to be ready to go for training camp this year, and that's too bad. But and at the time, we thought it was a significant upgrade to the secondary. It turned out it wasn't. They weren't very good. Anyway, Dan Campbell's also down in Orlando, and he was asked about the new rules changes, especially the one on the kickoff. If you haven't heard, and this, of course, is being done in order to avoid collisions, player safety. The kicking team is still going to be kicking off from the 35-yard line, but the kicker, the other 10 men on the kicking team will be at the opponent's 40-yard line. So the kicker's kicking off from 35, and the other 10 guys on the team will be standing at the opponent's 40-yard line. The receiving team will be somewhere between the 30 and 35-yard line. And the two men back receiving the kick will be somewhere between the goal line and the 20-yard line. Nobody can move until either the ball hits the ground or the receiver has taken possession of the ball. To me, the whole thing sounds like the Keystone Cops. And then, of course, and again, in order to avoid any serious injury, they have outlawed the hip drop block. Anybody guilty of the hip drop block from here on in will be fined. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. And again, this is all being done in order to avoid serious injury. No, we'll see how it works. Too, they've also changed the review. If you've got two reviews, I think. If you lose one, you lose a timeout. But if you get one of your two reviews right, in other words, it works out in your favor, you get a third review. Don't you think the games are long enough now? I understand. I realize you're trying to avoid serious injury. But at some point, enough is enough. Really, guys, why don't you get some officials who know what they're doing? You can make all these rule changes, but if you have referees out there that don't know the rules or that don't have a clue, why? And that's another thing. The referees, why don't you make them full-time employees instead of just being part-time weekend guys? We also learned that the NFL will have a game on Christmas Day this year. And the word is that it might involve the Lions. Christmas falls on a Wednesday this year too, by the way. So if you're going to be playing on Wednesday, more than likely this game would have to involve two teams coming off of a bye. Because you're not going to play Sunday and turn around and play Wednesday after that. It's bad enough that they're playing Thursday, but Wednesday? Anyway, the Lions could be as many as 7 or 8 primetime games this year too, folks. So schedule will be out first or second week in May, maybe a week or two after the draft. So kind of anxious to see just exactly how many games the Lions have at primetime. The Tiger roster has been set. And I'm not real happy about the last two bullpen spots that went to Joey Wentz. And what is the bullpen now? Let's look at that. It's Jason Foley, Tyler Holton, Will Vest, Alex Lang. The two veterans they signed in the offseason, Alex Chafin and Shelby Miller. And then the last two spots went to Alex Faino and Joey Wentz. I thought Bo Britsky pitched better than Wentz did this spring, and I think he deserved to make the team. But I think the fact that Wentz, who is 27, 26, he's out of options. What do I mean by that? He can't be optioned to Toledo anymore. If you're going to let him go, you'd have to put him on waivers, and chances are he probably wouldn't clear waivers. He'd be claimed by somebody. In other words, if he didn't make the team, they were going to lose him. If they didn't want to do that. I think it'll just be a matter of time before you do see Britsky up here with the parent team. So he wasn't happy about it, but the Tigers have landed in Chicago. They'll have a workout at Guaranteed Rate Field tomorrow before opening the day on Thursday. With Terrence Skubal will be opposed by 24-year-old left-hander Garrett Crochet. They'll take Good Friday off. Saturday, Kenta Maeda will pitch against Michael Soraka. Soraka, 26-year-old right-hander. And then Easter Sunday, it'll be Jack Flaherty for the Tigers against Eric Fedde, Fedde. I think I'm pronouncing that right, a 31-year-old right-hander. And from there, the Tigers will move on to New York Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. On Monday, Casey Mize will make his first start in a couple of years. And he had a very good spring. And he'll be opposed by Adrian Hauser, the Mets 31-year-old right-hander. Reese Olson, the fifth starter in the Tigers rotation, will go up against Tyler McGill. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Megill, 28-year-old right-hander. And then Derek Skubal will pitch the final game of that series against the veteran left-hander Jose Quintana for the Mets before the Tigers head home to open the season. Opening day is always a big day in downtown Detroit, Thursday, April 5th. Kenta Maeda will pitch that day. Oh, that's like a holiday in downtown Detroit that day. Oh. By the way, if you're headed downtown for the NFL draft, which is the week of April the 22nd, do your due diligence. Be aware of the fact that there will be designated roads and streets closed off because the draft will be in Hart Plaza, at Campus Marshes, in Cadillac Square. In fact, Cadillac Square, Mayor Duggan announced this morning, is where the 2,500 square foot stage will be set up. This thing is mammoth, of course. It'll take 3 to 4 weeks to construct and another 2 weeks to tear down after it's all over. Again, that's an economic boom for the city of Detroit. I hope everybody's on their best behavior that week. It's free. I'm sure the parking won't be free, but so like I said, if you're going downtown to take part in this, probably the best event of the year in downtown Detroit as far as the city is concerned. Make sure you do your due diligence, know which roads are closed, which ones are open. Have a good time, behave yourself. And anyway, I want to get back to the Tigers too. If you want to look at the rest of the roster, your catchers are Carson Kelly and Jake Rogers. Your infielders are Javi Baez, Andy Banez, Colt Keith, Zach McKinstry, Spencer Torkelson, and Gio Urshela. Your outfielders are Mark Canha, Gary Carpenter, Riley Green, Parker Meadows, and Matt Beerling. Those are your 26 players for the 2024 Detroit Tigers. And we covered everything tonight. It's been kind of a hectic night for us around here with all the tech glitches we had going on and everything else. I think we have. I'll cut it short right now. Again, thanks for watching. If you would please hit the like and subscribe button, I would appreciate it very much. Don't forget the Time Out Show every Saturday morning from 9 to 10 on WCSR 92.1 FM. And I will talk to you again following the Red Wing game. I have some comments to make. So I would think Thursday night. Yeah, let's make it Thursday night. Tigers will have played their opener, and the Red Wings will have played tonight. So until then, take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. Bye-bye, everybody.